Hello. Today we are taking you to Ogliastra to explore a truly special coastline. At the end, I'll reveal what I mean by romantic fishing, so stick around. I know all of Sardinia is beautiful, but Ogliastra holds a special place in my heart. We leave in the early afternoon and arrive at Monte Atu in just over 90 minutes, where we can enjoy breathtaking views over Tortoli. Here, time seems to stand still, and city noise gives way to nature's soothing sounds. I first visited Ogliastra over 20 years ago and fell in love instantly. Back then, it was very different, much wilder and more untouched than it is today. Today, it's far more touristy with better amenities, yet it still keeps its unique, mysterious charm that sets it apart from other beach towns. Sol and I know these spots well, but today we're exploring new unvisited areas. We're on the coast between Tortoli and Barisardo, where a trail leads us to a paradise-like spot. Surprisingly, we find ourselves alone in this beautiful place. For me, Ogliastra is like a second home, a miniature Sardinia. Golden beaches give way to rocky coasts, with hills and mountains sheltering it from strong winds, offering stunning views. In winter, you can even see snow capping the highest mountain peaks. What more could you ask for? It's my special place that I love and respect. I dive into these warm summer waters, quickly finding a den, but it's empty. I keep fishing and soon spot an octopus in its burrow. Unable to gauge its size at first, I'm careful not to harm it until I decide if it's keeper or not. I gently prod it with the spear tip. A tentacle emerges, seeming over half a kilo, so I decide to pull it out. I examine it but choose to set it free. How should I release it? I realize it might indeed be over half a kilo, though I'm not certain, so I err on the side of caution and don't take it, moving closer to shore, giving the sun time to capture some photos. It's likely at the minimum size limit, so I'll free it after the photo session. I spot a half-hidden wrasse in the seagrass, aim my loaded spear, note the strong current, shoot anyway, but miss without injuring it. Check out the slow motion replay. The thrush is right next to me, but the current throws off my aim. Farewell, my friend. Here's another den, but this one's empty too. I spot an odd object and grab it, amazed that octopi use anything to cover their dens. Another den, nearly sealed. I dive to check if the owner's home. Sadly, it's already out. Yet another den. I peek in, thinking it's empty, but what's this? The owner's already gone. There it is. I spear it easily, capturing it with surprising simplicity. It's an octopus weighing over a pound. Not as big as last month, but those 2-pounders have moved offshore now. I spot another thrush. I load my spear, approach slowly and descend. But alas, I miss my prey again. Yet another mistake today. The current's not on my side. Over an hour since my last catch. The sun's sinking behind the mountains when I spot an odd rock formation. I see eyes peeking from behind the rocks. It's an octopus, but I can't tell its size. I move closer to decide if it's worth catching. How rude. It slammed the door in my face. Noticing it's a bit oversized, I decide to catch the octopus. Hand in hand like schoolmates, we head to shore. Summer's here, and what I call romantic fishing begins. Light gear, warm, clear waters, bright days, sunset fishing. The sky is painted with colors, immersing us in poetry. But in the end, we barely catch a thing.